Now, I've never needed to use the LSA from Rigid, but one of my favorite tools from them has gone a little wonky. So if I pop in a battery, hold up, one-handing, right? I'll pop on a battery, stand it up right there. When you turn it on, this screen comes on, and you are supposed to have manual mode, which means you squeeze, and as long as you're squeezing, you have compression or air, compressing air. Now, when you turn it to the right, it should engage the auto mode. Got to be very touchy with this. And it's supposed to increase in PSI as you spin. Now the dial is very clunky, and as you can see, as I'm turning, this is supposed to be increasing, and yet it goes up, back down, up, back down, up, back down. Now it's at 24, 25, which mind you, when you go counterclockwise, it's supposed to be going down. So it's either something's wrong with the board or something's wrong with the connector to the dial. Now it's 36, it goes down to 35. Now it jumps to 50, okay. Don't know when you're watching this, enjoy, subscribe. But I sent in my tire deflator because on the 23rd, going to midnight, I was doing my manifold leak test and putting compressed air from my tire inflator into such Rigid tool. Now, if y'all don't know, Rigid has the lifetime service agreement. Their tools shouldn't go bad, but you gotta love a company that stands behind their tool. The reason is, let's say you buy a car, brand new off the lot. 1 year later, you're like, hey, dealership, my car's not acting normal. What's going on? Dealership says, nothing we can do for you. So that would be Home Depot. You call the manufacturer, that being Rigid or whatever car company, and they tell you, okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to pull up your phone, pull up GPS, look up closest dealership, and buy another car. It's not our problem. You'd be beside yourself, right? Same thing with your tools. You're spending hundreds, potentially thousands of dollars on tools, and Rigid's got your back. So after you saw what's going on with the tool, I submitted at 12 in the morning, technically 1, submitted my claim through the Rigid website. Just log in, click file a claim with the tool, say what's wrong with it, submit it. Within minutes, I already had my shipping code, Rigid. Mwah, your customer service, your automation, fantastic, 10 out of 10. Now, from the 24th, hours later, from 1 o'clock in the morning, I woke up. First thing I did, go to FedEx. I paid $8.50 because you do have to pay for the packaging, but the shipping is 100% free, and they take it off to South Carolina. It took 4 days. On the 28th, I got my package sent, or, it got there, and they signed for it. I heard nothing from Rigid. So their Service Direct program, 14 days. I'm sorry. If you haven't heard anything about the Service Direct program, I did do a video about that, but 14 days passed. Now on June 13th, I got an email from Rigid saying your free replacement is approved. Unfortunately, that means that they weren't able to fix my tool, which is totally okay. Things happen. But Rigid stands behind them, and look what just showed up on my door. Can you believe it? I really hope it's not a bunch of rocks and cardboard, because that would be a sick joke. It would be kind of funny. But the tire inflator is one of my favorite tools from Rigid. I use it all the time. If you're topping off cars, 2, 3, 4 PSI per tire, 1 2 amp hour, you could probably do 12, 16 tires just topping them off with air. No problem. Good battery optimization. The only thing, Rigid, if y'all ever hear this video and y'all ever decide y'all want to take one little thing from my video, take your tire inflator and just make it quieter. Don't have to make it stronger. You don't have to make it faster. I mean, if you want to make it bigger and make it a little better, that's fine. Improve the compressor. Please make it quieter. That's all I want. I don't want to have to stick my finger in my ear through my hat in order just to make it bearable while I'm holding it. Please, that's my only issue. Make it a little quieter. Cool? Thank you. And I love the fact that if they replace your tool, you can register the replacement for the LSA. So it's not just a here you go, next time it's on you. It's a we're sorry that happened to you. Let's continue to look after our people. That's Rigid, baby. Now we're over at the bench. I'm gonna give you a little quick fast. I'm doing several videos, recording them ahead of time just so I can take the time to actually just edit out like 6 videos. But here it is. I'm not going to show you the unboxing and all that stuff because it does have tracking labels or posting labels. Internet's weird, but 2 amp hour battery, battery on, 1 trigger pull, immediately turns on. Manual mode is what it always starts with. And as you increase, oh, we're back in business. And this goes up to, I believe, 150 PSI. And you see how it's actually going up? Clearly what you saw before was not working. And electrical things happen. I'm just so glad that RIDGID actually looks after their people, because they could have been like any other company and said, well, good, walk into a Home Depot and buy another one. Shut up. So that's nice. So it works. I mean, very happy with that. Sounds nice and healthy. Even the turn dial doesn't feel crunchy like the other one. The other one was like you had to kind of really force it and turn it and pull it. But this one's nice and smooth. Nice. So that's all I have to, to say about that. RIDGID, shout out to you. Really being one of those companies you want to support for moments like this. And with that being said, thank you for watching. If you're in the RIDGID platform, let me know. Have you, used the LSA? Has it worked for you? Has somebody told you, too bad it's not our problem? I want to know about the bad stuff that RIDGID has to offer, because my channel is not just about blowing up, hyping up tools. It's also about calling out the cons and issues that companies have with their tools or with their customer service. With that being said, work smart.